All right. Hello, everyone. Hope you're having a great Christmas Eve. Today's Christmas Eve here in the United States. And while many people may be wishing for a white Christmas, I'm just wishing for a dry one because it is pouring down rain where I live. maybe that maybe that's a new song. I'm dreaming of a wet Christmas. But I hope you all are doing well. Whether you celebrate Christmas or not, I still wish you a Merry Christmas and hope you have a really good day. This video is basically a way for me, Linux, to offer to the viewers and subscribers a couple of Christmas presents. And you may not want them, but I'm offering them anyway. The first present, as you know, I recently did a video about the MOC music player. And in that video, I said I might make my own theme. Well, I did. I did make my own theme, and this is it. I call this dim theme, dim-theme. Let's go to the themes. And there it is right there, dim theme. And the reason I called it dim theme is because I made heavy use of the dim parameter. And I did away with this not progress bar, but the volume bar. Well, I didn't do away with it. I just used colors to cover it up. And I also did away with the progress bar the same way. To me, those just stand out too much, and I didn't really want them. Here on the volume, you can still see the volume percentage change when you go up or down. I don't know if you can see that. I'm going up and down on it. So, but what I'm doing here, this is the Sakura terminal, and one of the reasons I like Sakura, and I hope I'm pronouncing that right, is you can really do a lot with it. I have a custom background in Sakura, and it actually comes with several palettes that you can choose from. I'm using the Tango palette, and it has all these. Let me just click on one. I'm going to click on Groovebox, just so you can see how it affects the color of the terminal itself and this theme. And you automatically get a totally different looking theme by just choosing a different palette. However, I'm going back to Tango. But what you can do, if you're interested in this, if you're using the MOC music player, and again, MOC stands for Music on Console, you can go to my OpenBSD repository on GitHub, Linux OpenBSD .files mock, and here's the theme right here. I do give a little information here about it. There's the current Sakura theme I'm using, Tango. There's Groovebox, and there's the Solarized Dark palette. I just gave a few different ones. And you notice you can kind of see through. I actually have a little bit of transparency on my OpenBSD terminal. But what you can do, you can just click on the dim theme and just copy this. This way you don't have to download the whole repository. Just copy that, do copy, and let's open up our file manager and go to .moc themes, And I'm going to create a new empty file, and I'm just going to call it my dash theme. Open that up, paste it in there, save it, and that's it. Now you have that theme installed. And if you don't have this themes folder in your .moc folder, you can just create it. Okay? And now let's try that. Let's just see what that looks like now. Let's go back to the themes, and we should have my theme in there, and there it is, and it shouldn't make a difference. Boom, and it didn't. Yay! Okay, so that's one way. That's my first gift to you. If you want to use that, feel free to, and enjoy it. It may not be to your taste, but what I did, I just tried to keep everything, kind of toned down, and have the main song that's playing really stand out. So there you go. All right. Now, my next gift to you is actually a gift from Tinker for Fun and Autonomy, a good friend of mine, and he did a couple of videos. Oh, by the way, I'm going to link to all these pages in the description, so don't worry about it. I'll make it easy for you. This is my next gift to you, and it comes compliments of Tinker for Fun and Autonomy. Tinker made a couple of videos. This is actually part 2 right here, Devlin net install follow-up. Let me go to his first video. And he actually does some things very similar to what I do, but it's really, what's the word? He's really toned it down as far as what he installs for a base system. Let's see. Let's find that first one. All right, here's the first video. Devlin net install plus some used gear. Now he goes over his gear in the first part of the video, and then in the second part he does the net install. And that's how I would make me a Linux based on Devlin, was a net install. And the only thing that he did differently, or basically the only thing he did differently, he installed xinit, and I installed xorg with no install recommends. And then in this follow-up video, he showed a little trick of his where he disables some of the TTYs, and I had never even thought of doing that before. He disabled some TTYs, which will give you a little bit more as far as having a lighter. It gives you more as far as having a lighter system. And let me show you this screenshot. Now this is Devlin Beowulf. I'll go ahead and open a terminal and do a uname -a. You can see it's using the Debian kernel. This is Devlin Beowulf. Is that right? Is Beowulf the latest system? If you watched my videos about when I said I was going to stop producing Mio Linux, I said I was having some trouble thinking, and apparently I still am. Let me close that. Anyway, this is the latest Devlin release, and I believe it's called Beowulf. Oh dear, I'm really digging myself into a hole. Anyway, this is a 64-bit system, and if you can see, let me increase the size here if I can. There we go. It's using 154 megabytes of RAM. Of course, it's got some over here buffered and cached. But this is a 64-bit system, open box, using 154 megabytes of RAM. And that is almost as low as my OpenBSD system. OpenBSD boots up, this was at first boot. OpenBSD boots up at around 140 to 145 megabytes. So that's my second gift to you. If you're interested in building your own system and making it a lot lighter, I've not had this from Devlin because of the way I would build me a Linux. I haven't had this low of RAM used since I built the very first system of Neo Linux based on Devlin Jesse. And it was actually a little bit lower. It was like 145. But I haven't had one from Devlin or Debian or anything other than OpenBSD. I've not had anything this low at first boot since 2016. So there you go. A couple of gifts for you. A MOC theme. And I'm going to link to Tinker for Fun's 2 different videos, his first one and the follow-up, where the follow-up is where he shows how to disable your some of your TTYs to help you eke out a little more on your RAM usage. So, alright. You guys have a great, fantastic Christmas. I wish you the best. Joy to the world, and on earth, peace, goodwill toward men. You guys take care. Thanks.